Alright, hello everyone and welcome to the WWE discussion. I'm your host and WWE enthusiast Dougie Doug. In today's episode I'm going to be discussing Friday Night Smackdown September 15th, 2023 edition. In this edition of Friday Night Smackdown, I have a couple of things going forward. Number one, the Grayson Waller fight with John Cena, and number two, the rematch between LA Knight and The Miz. And with that, we're going to get right into the action, starting with the opening segment featuring the return of Pat McAfee, an interruption by Austin Theory, and the return of the Great One, The Rock. So, Pat McAfee would make a surprise return to SmackDown, popping both fans and Michael Cole after a brief energetic promo. Austin Theory hit the ring, interrupting his former rival after an insult, and later in response, McAfee told Theory that SmackDown is the People's Show, bringing about the return of The Rock, blowing the roof off in the arena in the process. This led into a back and forth exchange between Theory and Rock, an extended chant that was bleeped out for way too long, or that had to be bleeped out and went on way too long. And finally the segment closes with The Rock laying out Theory and delivering the People's Elbow to the electric response. McAfee would add his own for good measure, capping off a great, surprising open segment. Pro wrestling is at its finest when it can deliver the unexpected, and this was certainly unexpected. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, and Styles and Balor are so talented that even an average match between them, interrupted by a commercial break, is still pretty good. Such was the case Friday night, as the former World Champions did battle in a competitive match that saw Judgment Day get ejected from ringside, only for Jimmy Uso to interject himself in the Balor's victory. The finish suggests the issues between Styles and Uso are not over, and given what happened to Grayson Waller, that would seem to be confirmed. And Judgment Day, with Balor getting the win, continues to build momentum, especially as they appear across all three brands. A solid use of all involved and a great follow-up to the show open. Interesting development to see Balor trying to recruit Jimmy Uso into the Judgment Day as well. If you had the Usos pairing with the Judgment Day, that'd be a 5-man group right there. And 5-man groups generally compete in one kind of match, and that is a War Games match. But seeing as there's so much time between now and November, and I don't think War Games has been confirmed returning, clearly there's some sort of angle, but this is a slow-burning story. This is a slow story being played out, or this is a story that's being played out slowly, so we're just going to have to keep tuning in next week to see what happens next, and see where any of it goes, and see if we put any of it together, any of the pieces to puzzle together. LA Knight versus The Miz, and Knight made it 2-0 with a win over The Miz here. Crowd was red hot for Knight per usual, and Miz was great playing bad guy per usual. The match was never more than what it needed to be, which was an extended showcase for Knight as he builds momentum towards what could be a showdown of Roman Reigns. At least that is based on the teases involved Paul Heyman over the past couple of weeks. Knight did say he wanted gold, and every champion except for Reigns is currently have an opponent lined up. Roman Reigns does not have an opponent lined up, and Reigns was the last guy Knight mentioned, so perhaps maybe that showdown might come to fruition, even though I would like to see Knight win and become World Heavyweight Champion. I don't think it's likely it does, but maybe WWE could come up with a story to suspend everybody's belief that Roman is Roman is just retaining, make people believe that maybe there's a chance. Asuka versus Bayley, and like Styles and Balor earlier in the night, these two are capable of ring work every time they step foot inside the squared circle. Now, this was not a great match, but it was still good. I also like Styles and Balor. It featured unnecessary interference leading to the finish that saw Shotzi provide a distraction, allowing the Empress Throne to score the win. It was a repetitive finish, especially since it kept the storyline alive for the loser while building up the momentum of the winner. And this is another weakness in Triple H. With Triple H is at a creative, not recognizing when he has booked the same finish more than once on the card. If he can clean that up, then the idea of intertwining feuds works a little bit better than it does right now. In conclusion, the show started hot with the return of Pat McAfee and The Rock returns, and there's not much a wrestling show can do to top that. Give credit to the guys and girls that did try though. And WWE did have 3 matches with top tier talent. The start of Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits backyard run, assuming that's exactly what they're trying to do. Although if that is the case, I want to get the Street Profits some new music. And another primetime showcase for LA Night. This show looked a bit rushed at times, but a focus on the superstars and segments that were of the most significance. So in that regard, it was a success. The main event promo segment, though, not good. Did not live up to the hype idea of John Cena in this segment and did not allow him to speak. Hopefully there is more to it than a predictable tag team match with Cena and Styles versus Asuka and Uso, because that is just, it's not fair to those involved. They've earned and deserve better. And with that, we'll go and wrap up this episode of WWE Discussion. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit that like button down below.